Falls on the Phoenix, number 14, Sydney Janice. That's her first, team first. Three girls good by Gibbons. Now into the game for the Bandits. Number 1, Lily Walsh. Number 24, Mia Meyer. Number 15, Murphy Cleveland. Number 11, Danielle Carter. And number 13, Gianna Morales. By the Bandits. Just a reminder of our sportsmanship policy here at Resurrection College Prep. Please be silent during free throws for players on both teams being concentrated. Please cheer positively for your team and not against the other team. And please be respectful of referee calls on the floor.
Bounding. Puts it in. And Witchker with a nice layup. And hey, we back! We got it! Woohoo!
Yay.
We got something figured out. Well, we apologize for all of that craziness. I don't know what happened. There was a steal there by Tommy Aquash. And we got a something happened. I don't know what happened. So
I think we're more excited about getting everything fixed.
Yeah, I think something happened. And I don't know what it was. I'm gonna we're gonna figure that out later. So hey, it's Danny Berg and Peyton Marcus here with you tonight for Bandits Panthers. While you've been trying to figure out what the heck has been happening, because we don't know either. It's 9-8 Panthers with 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. There's a tip there by Quatch, and she'll bring it back up. Now, Peyton, we had talked about it a little bit earlier, but nobody heard us that this is a very short-handed Panthers team, and we're going to get a foul called.
Yeah.
Now he's going to get called any day, a little bit of a blocking foul there.
Yeah, no, this Regina team is quite small compared to our Resurrection Bandits here tonight. We have a couple of girls injured, especially Kendall Williams, looking at one of the bigger players that you always want to keep your eye on for the Panthers. She is out tonight. She was on crutches walking in, so we were a little stunned to see that, along with Mia Krebs, who is also out.
Two of the big four facilitators for the Panthers not active tonight, but so far it hasn't phased them as they're leading the Panthers 9-8 with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Biedron from the wing now starts her drive. Little dish on the layup, no good there. Simonetti tries to put it back up, misses there. And that is going to be out of bounds on Olszewski. Tried to save it, but that line monster caught up to her, and it will go back to the Bandits. Got a nice representation from the Resurrections students here as well. About 40 of them have decided to come in Abe Lincoln costumes.
A
foul called here.
Danny, if COVID would allowed us to have a bigger fan section tonight, all of the Bandits would have been out here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Our theme was Founding Fathers / USA. We, as a Pep Club officer, we actually were working on a giant thing tonight that we were going to do with the players, but unfortunately it did not happen.
Well, it is also, even though it obviously doesn't happen, it's also Student Appreciation Night. And this is a great group that Resurrection has here, and they've done a lot for not just their own community, but communities everywhere. It's been awesome to see what 100 years has done here for these students.
Yes.
We tie things up at 9.
Yes, 100 years from Resurrection. Being a part of this as a junior is probably one of the coolest things that I get to experience.
That's crazy. And there's a steal. Janus to Kovac. Missed. Simonetti tries to put it back up. She can't get it either. And now a mad scrum on the ground. And no jump ball. No foul. And there's the jump ball. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
No one signaled for it. I got confused. Anyway.
Like we were talking about, Danny, earlier, this game is very aggressive. I mean, we just saw about 4 players go at it to get this ball, and they are letting each other know that both teams want a W tonight.
Ficini loses the handle, and Riemann scoops it up. Gives off to Biedron, right back to Riemann, goes up and over the basket. Simonetti battling, gets it knocked out by Witchker. She might be a little bit shorter than Simonetti, but just knocked that thing right on out. 9-9 with 100 seconds to go. Kick to the corner. Reagan French's favorite place.
Yeah,
into the middle, and it's a turnover. Here comes Biedron, coast to coast. Little flip, misses, and French rebounds.
And you know what's great is Kaylee Biedron is a sophomore out here with all these seniors, and she is not letting down. She is putting up her fight, showing that she belongs out on this court.
Well, we're missing one member of our crew tonight, Tara Gillespie. You might have wondered, why aren't we hearing her tonight? And that's because she entered in the health and safety protocol yesterday, so she cannot be with us tonight, unfortunately. We're sending our best wishes to her. We wish she was with us. We know she's watching at home, and we hope she's back with us the next time that we're here, whenever that is, because who knows anymore.
Yes, we do miss you, Tara.
Janus rebounds, and here comes Riemann. Now back to Janus at the top of the key after a pass from Biedron. Drive in from Kovac, and that's a blocked shot. And now we see Maeve Gibbons starting to grab behind her neck. That's not really a good sign.
No, especially with not that many girls on the Regina bench. You do not want to see any of your starting players out.
She's visibly grimacing, and now they're going to pull her off for Tommy Aquash. That is not good, as she's going to go and get checked out by the athletic training staff. There's only 2 more players left on that bench. That's Madison Maloney and Delilah Storball. They're the only ones that are active besides the 5 on the floor and Maeve Gibbons as she grabs behind her neck. Anyway, there's a game going on in the court as we try and refocus. A little double team there for Ficini. And French gets blocked. Getting it back is Olszewski. Quash can't make her basket. And here comes Biedron with under 30 seconds to go. Swinging around the arc. A little more of that. More baseball. What else is new?
Nothing.
No. And as expected, they're going to drain this out. Riemann will get a travel called. The entire gym held their breath for a second as we waited for a call from the official. Everyone was thinking it was going to be a foul called. Riemann misses, puts it back up, rims out, and nothing from that. So after a quarter, a very defensive first quarter at that, it's 9-9 after a very problematic first quarter for us. We'll be back in a minute. We come back from break. It's a 9-9 game. And I think we're actually going to be good this quarter.
Yes.
Let's hope.
I believe in us, Sandy. We got this. And I believe in the great crew we have behind us.
Yeah. Props to these guys. They're awesome.
Yes, you guys have been doing such a great job, especially with your ND season.
Well, thank you. Now that leads me into something that we got coming next week. Back in Niles as Meyer's going to get fouled on her way up. The basket counts. It's an and one. Way to go there by Mia Meyer. Now they have the points. And she'll try for a three-point play. That leads me into what we got coming up next week up in Niles. We got 2 games in 2 days. First, the Dons will face off against the Lions of St. Viator next Friday in a huge ESCC rivalry game. Then the very next day, it's a neighborhood rivalry when they welcome in the Eagles of Taft High School. It's going to be a fun, about 24 hours of basketball taking place up in Niles. So come and join us for a little while. And maybe we'll have another loud gym back, as it has been here tonight from the from the residents that have showed up. Tongue twister.
Yes, no, it's great to see that some girls were able to come tonight and support the Bandits.
And Walsh not able to keep that one in bounds. Great effort, though. It's 11-9 after 36 seconds here in the second quarter. It's kind of been a little bit back and forth. No one's really gained any momentum. It's just kind of been put up points where you're able to put up points and see what happens from there. And that's kind of just been the name of the game thus far.
Yeah, very back and forth. No real dominance yet. But we will see as the night goes on.
Gibbons misses. She was out for a little bit. She was grabbing behind her ear, but is back in now. McCarty with the feed. And almost a nice move there in transition for Murphy Killian. And bringing back up is Peyton Olszewski. Kick to the logo. That was tipped by McCarty. And now a double team going on French. They kick back over to Witchker. Into the corner is Gibbons. Watch back up to Gibbons. Back to Olszewski. They find French in the corner, her favorite. Little Euro step. Bangs around. No good. She got her own rebound. Puts it back up. Misses again. More rattling. And here comes Walsh. Transition pass. No foul called for Gianna Morales. We do get one there. You know, it's kind of been those high contact fouls in the paint that we haven't been seeing called yet tonight. But then those, really silly fouls coming up in transition when you're going up and down the court that are getting called. And it's killing every single bit of momentum that either of these teams are getting.
Yeah, it's like they get the ball, they're going, and then all of a sudden they just have to put that momentum to stop because of these fouls, which is really unfortunate for both teams here tonight.
4 fouls for the Bandits, 3 fouls for the Panthers. Olszewski with a steal. Morales in transition, missed the first shot. Killian able to get it away. And now they try to slow things down a little bit. McCarty with a nice handle. Kicks it back out. Meyer with the drive. Got it tipped on her way up. And a jump ball is called. That's going to be Bandits ball. Never mind, we're going Panthers. Okay. So I still don't know how to read a possession arrow.
And it looks like it's a completely switch for the Bandits here. They just took everyone out and put a whole new set of girls in.
That's kind of what we've been seeing a lot tonight. It's kind of been like a hockey game the way that they've been playing it tonight. You put 5 guys in, and then you completely switch it out when you go to a different line.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I've been seeing a lot of those, and you see those 30-second shifts from them. But you're seeing about –
don't hit the sound system.
You've been seeing about 2-minute shifts from the each set of girls, and they're really just – it looks like they're just switching them out. And I think that's something that they're trying to do to keep those Regina girls on their feet and on their toes because you don't know what's going to happen.
And Janus will get fouled on her way up. That's going to be 2 shots. And you take a look over at that bench. A lot of them are out of breath, and they've been working hard, and these Panthers have been working them really hard so far.
Yeah, you have not seen any change from the Panther side of things besides a couple of girls. Reagan French, again, one of those key players that we're going to be looking at all night long. She has been in the game the entire time.
And I don't think they're planning on taking her out anytime soon.
No, she's averaging 23 minutes to 25 minutes each game. So I definitely think we'll be seeing a lot of her tonight.
And especially with the amount of injuries, you got 3 players out. You got to keep an eye on Maeve Gibbons, who was down for a little while, but she looks like she's fine now. And then you got the bench. It's been the starting 5, and then Tamia Quach. That's really been it so far for the Panthers.
Yes.
Another steal here. Here comes the sophomore Biedron. Little too much on it. Simonetti will put it back up. That's off the rim. A steal turns into another steal. We're all thieves. Another 3-point try is no good from Kovac, and that's going to stay with the Bandits. It's been a very low-scoring affair thus far. It's 13-9. No foul called there on Riemann. A little bit of contact coming up there with Quach. Here she comes. She's got the numbers. Kicks back out. Loose ball. And it's Kovac coming up. 2-on-1. And now everyone starts to come back in.
And you're starting to see when Rez has the ball on their side, they are passing it around. They are not driving right away. They are just going, passing the ball around and making sure that they have the ball in control and the possession in their hands.
Simonetti got fouled on her way up, so she'll get 2 shots. And this is where I talked about this with the St. Ed's game with Tara, how they were only carrying 7 active players. Regina's only here carrying 8 active players. You can't let anybody get into foul trouble, especially your lead facilitators.
Yeah, no, that's going to be one of the hardest things for the Regina Panthers to actually make sure that doesn't happen tonight, because we're seeing such an aggressive game. You want to make sure that nobody is fouling out, because if somebody does, then that could be major trouble for that bench.
Simonetti will hit. Increases the lead to 5. And a little full court press coming on. Haven't seen a lot of this, but when it's worked, it's been deadly. Gibbons in the corner, gets double teamed, a tip, and it's another turnover. Here comes Kovac, and she will get fouled for 2 more shots. And now at the next foul for the Panthers, into the bonus, go the Bandits.
Yes.
Playing a dangerous game here early.
Yes, we are.
Timeout. 30-second timeout.
We got a timeout here. We don't know who it is. Probably the mass timeout, but we'll figure that out later. Timeout here. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, we're back, and we didn't even realize it. That was a thing.
Well, because we were busy worrying about the other technical issues that are happening tonight here.
It's a small one. It just the game clock decided it doesn't want to be nice, as we have 4:16 left, and that is going back to the Panthers. We do believe that was the mass timeout that was just enforced. They didn't tell us what it was.
No, the announcer just said timeout, so.
Timeout! I'll assume it was, because it's usually about the halfway point. A nice bank shot there from Maeve Gibbons. And that's going to be out of bounds. An errant pass coming from Kendall Riemann. Biedron almost had a nice save there, but it was not enough. And that's the mass timeout. Okay, so someone took a timeout. We don't know who it is. We'll figure that out later. We'll be back in a minute. We come back with 3:57 to go. And we're on the ground. Hit the deck. Look out. And there's a steal. Witchker loses the handle. We're on the ground again. We're ice skating. The floor is turned into a very slippery solid. Science.
You did see there that Bridget Kovac did fall, and Reagan French helped her up. No matter the rivalry, you do see that both teams tonight do have that respect for each other, and that is what we love about the rivalry.
Missed three there from Biedron. And we're going to get a jump ball called here, so that's going to be for I don't know. I don't know what the arrow means anymore. Okay, so we're going to call it Bandit. Okay.
And it looks like Reagan French had a little bit of a hard time getting up off the ground. She did a little movement there to kind of show that she was either stretching or that something was hurt, which is not good for the Panthers at all, as Reagan French is probably the key player tonight.
Absolutely not. Simonetti kicks out. Biedron back at the top. More kicking. Now it's soccer. Simonetti, cash it in. $20 out of the bank. And it's a 5-point lead with under 3 minutes to go. Witchker in the trap. And a jump ball is called, but it's Panthers ball. So yes, the trap worked, but you didn't get the benefit of the possession arrow there. But however, it does turn it into favor for the Bandits. So I guess a win there, if you want to put it in that light.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the wrong team to pass the ball to.
With 2:26 to go, Riemann to Biedron. The clock still doesn't want to work. What else is new?
All those technical difficulties. It's okay.
What else?
You know what? They happen.
Wow, great shot there by Sydney. That was fantastic.
Yes, it was. Sydney Janis is one of those players that multi-sport athlete.
Look out. Here comes Biedron. A nice move in transition, and a timeout called by the Panthers. The Bandits are getting on a run, and the Panthers don't know how to respond. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Did the clock come back?
No, it has not come back, and you just heard that too, because no, nothing wants to work anymore.
At least they can hear us, Danny. That's all that really matters. At least we can give them the time. And
because voices work.
Yes. We all know it was dull without us. We all know you guys missed us while you guys were not able to hear us at home.
That was weird. I don't know why that happened, but it decided to happen.
It's all good.
What else is new? Quash with a kick. And that's going to stay with the Panthers. Last touched by Kovac. 1:36 to go, and it's a 9-point game. French to inbound. Witchker now driving. Kicks out Quach.
Oh, and it
A
looks
little more dancing.
It looks like that shift is about to come in. The second shift is about to come in for these Bandits, as all of them are on the sideline.
And one! Gets the bank shot and the foul with it.
And that's Reagan French for you. She is going to be that player that is going to make those shots. She's going to get the fouls, and she's still going to get those points. And there's that change.
So we get a huge switch coming in, but the new face in for the Bandits is Olivia Camosa, making her first appearance of the night.
Yeah, one of three sophomores on this team. She is going to be an aggressive and key player for the Bandits.
Here comes Walsh. Kicks out Killian. McCarty. That one's lost. Now Gibbons from the stripe will dish out. Quash to French. High pass. That was a dangerous one. Witchker in the corner. That one with a little ricochet. Here comes Walsh in transition. Goes up for it and one. And it's a charge. They get the charge called. Walsh gets called for the charge, and the Panthers bench explodes.
With that 6-point lead from the Bandits, that is going to be a huge momentum shifter to the Panthers right now. Seeing if the Bandits can keep their heads up and get this back.
The initial call of points was waved off, and it turned into a charge call on Lily Walsh. It's a huge one as it puts both teams in the bonus as the trap begins to get set for Quach. And a massive break there for the Panthers, who really have not gotten much in the paint, in the defensive paint going tonight for them. French with a kick to Witchker. 13 seconds. And that is out of bounds, and the Bandits will get one last possession.
Oh. They will not get that last possession.
They overrule each other.
That's another momentum shifter for the Panthers, with that momentum staying on that side.
And how about that? A travel gets called.
All right, so this game is just going back and forth. There's
okay.
One team's going to get the momentum 1 minute, and the other team's going to get the next.
What else is new? It's basketball.
Yes.
Who's going to take the last shot? It looks like it's going to be McCarty. And that is going to do it. So after a half, it's the Bandits leading 20-14. It's been an electric first half, a very defensive first half. We're going to be back in 10 minutes for the second half. Welcome back, everyone, as we're just about to get things underway here at Resurrection between the Bandits and the Panthers. We got about 2 minutes to go until the second half begins. We'll give you a quick rundown of what has happened in the first half if you are just joining us. It is 20-14. Bandits leading. It was a very defensive first quarter at that. It was a 9-9 end of the first quarter. And then the Bandits came out and they took an 11-5 run to go out into the second quarter. It was very defensive at that. There's a lot of mistakes, a lot of fouls. But this is typical basketball when it comes to the Panthers. They're very gritty. They like running the ball all over the place. They're not a heavy scoring team. But it's been unlike these Bandits, especially when they're playing teams that, we all know that they have been a little bit better against, especially with teams that have a lower winning percentage than they do. They've been able to go out on scoring runs and get things going. And that's what they started to do towards the end of the first half, was get on a scoring run. As I welcome back in Peyton here. They got onto a scoring run towards the end of that first half, and it got them onto a 6-point lead going into the second half. And what we're really going to look to see is, can the Bandits keep that momentum going, and can the Panthers, with a very limited roster, put a stop to it?
Yeah, and 100%. And I think we've seen from the last 8 years that the Bandits have taken the W in every matchup these two teams have had. So will it be different tonight, or will we see a trend continuing as Regina is trying to break the Bandits win streak right now?
One of the other things too, we had something visual for you so you could look at it, but obviously that didn't happen because things happen.
Yes.
But if you looked through all of the game results from the past 8 meetings that these two teams have had, there's only been like 1 or 2 of them that have been relatively close at the finish. A lot of them have been blowouts for the Bandits. So thank you, Peyton. She just pulled it up for me.
You are so welcome. This is what I'm here for.
Exactly. The closest one was 8 years ago when it was 38-30 with Resurrection winning. That was back in 2015. Everything since then has been a double-digit margin of victory for the Bandits, most notably last year when it was an 11-point margin of victory. So it's 6 points now, and it's been close for most of the game. So we're going to see if this defensive battle continues as we get underway here in the third quarter. We do not have a game clock anymore, so we'll have to give you time updates, which makes our lives 10 times harder, but that's fine.
That's what we're here for, guys. Don't worry. No, but yeah, Danny, going off of what you said, this is very much not a game where we've seen one team dominate over the other. We've seen a lot of back and forth. We've seen a lot of aggressiveness from both teams. And I think we're just going to need to see
Riemann in one!
Who can pull the win tonight. And yeah, so a very good shot by Kendall Riemann right there. And got.
That's a big one there for Kendall Riemann. Gets the Bandits up by 8, and now a chance to put them up by 9. Cannot convert. And a foul called. This one's going against Sydney Janus for a push. So already both teams with a foul. You don't want to get into foul trouble. Both teams got into the bonus in the first half, and we had talked about it towards the conclusion. There's a little bit of a bullet pass there from Ficini, try to put it in, and that's going to result in a turnover. You don't want foul trouble, especially if you're with Regina.
Yeah, no, you do not, because you do see that the Res bench can go in depth and go farther, but that Regina bench is just stretching very thin tonight.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. They only have 3 active bench players that are there tonight. Madison Maloney, Delilah Storball, and Tommy Aquash. Outside of the 5 starters that are out there right now, which is Witchker, Olszewski, Ficini, French, and Gibbons. So very small group here tonight. French rattles around and puts it in. 22-16 with 6:30 to go. And Reagan French has very easily dominated this team of the Bandits. She's gotten the shot she wanted. Not all of them have fallen, but she's got an open look. She's been able to make her moves. And collectively, even though the stat sheet's not going to show, she's had a good night.
Yeah, 100%. And coming with that, being that good of a player.
Wow, three-pointer.
Bridget
Kovac.
Back to Regan French. I mean, being that good of a player gets you to where she is today. She is committed to Emmanuel College in Boston to continue her academic and her athletic career. And that is just amazing because you are seeing her play. You have not seen her sit on this bench at all tonight, and you are seeing her get those shots like you were saying, Danny, get those looks, and overall just being that player that you know she is and can be.
And that's why she's committed for college basketball.
Yeah, 100%. Especially in such a pretty city, Boston. My goodness, I would love.
So Gianna Morales will check back in for the Bandits.
Wide open
and
net.
Morales catches the Panthers sleeping. Wide open in the paint for maybe the easiest layup ever. Here's Janus. She gets fouled on her way up on a steal from French. And it's going to result in free throws. The Bandits getting out to a run. They now lead by 11 with a chance to extend it with 5:32 to go.
Yeah, and this is where you see that giant momentum shift to the Bandits, which will they be able to keep it all night, or will it go back to the Panthers? Because like we've been talking about, we have been seeing it go back and forth.
First one is drained from Janus, extends the lead to 12. As we keep an eye on that foul board, it's not too bad yet, but you especially got to watch on that Panther side. You can see in the bottom of your screen just 2 for right now. That's only going to go up as the night goes on. Hopefully it doesn't, but the Panthers have been playing very aggressive. And a great shot. Wow, that was absolutely fantastic. Cutting through traffic by Reagan French. My goodness, was that nice. And a little flip up there. Bridget Kovac responds with a nice shot of her own. Puts it back up to 12, and here comes that defensive trap, a full court press. And that's going to be a foul. Looks like that one's going to go on Janus, I think.
And now here in this third period, you are not seeing giant shifts. You're just seeing Lily Walsh and Danielle McCarty come in for, I believe, Bridget Kovac and Christina Simonetti. So we're not seeing those big shifts like we were in the first 2 periods.
Yeah, now we're kind of just seeing those small substitutions, getting guys breathers. There's a foul on their way up. 2 shots coming. A chance to get the deficit down to 10 for Gibbons. First one is missed. Simonetti's going to check back in. Tommy Aquash will check back in. Ficini will head off. Still have not seen Maloney or Storball yet for the Panthers, and I have to say I'm a little bit surprised that they've been leaving all the starters in this entire game, except obviously Reagan French, who we should have expected.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's a little odd that they aren't giving their starters a break. You'll only see a couple of people being switched in and out with. I don't know if they're saving for, keeping them in their back of their pockets for a rainy day in case something does go wrong for the Panthers. But I think that tonight you are going to see the select 5 from the Panthers staying out on the court the entire time, including Reagan French, who just stole the ball.
Lost the handle, but it's going to stay up with the Panthers. And, another thing, too, is they could be keeping them on the bench in case things start to get a little bit out of hand. We'll see that from teams. They don't play the second or third strings because they want to make if things start to get out of hand, what's the point of playing your best players? As Riemann with a steal from Klotch. Not the greatest pass there by Maddie Witchker. Turns into another turnover. Riemann's going to try a 3 and puts it down.
That was all money all day long from Kendall Riemann.
Kendall Riemann, nothing but net, and here's Walsh. And
court violation.
That was coming.
Yeah.
Walsh made a nice steal, but she caught it on the wrong side of the court.
You know what? It gets us. It happens to the best of us.
A little tight quarters. I got a little Maddie Witchker in my face. She was standing right in front of me, and I couldn't see what I was doing. That's the fun thing about sitting courtside, though, is that you're right up in the action.
Yes, with ND, you guys don't have that. You guys are up.
We're up in the balcony.
Bleachers. Oh, balcony. Sorry. Is that what you guys call it?
What's the difference? We call it the U sometimes.
The
U.
Oh,
yes.
I see that.
McCarty. And for some reason they decided not to fix the net.
No, that bothers me.
Yes, me too.
You know what? It's all good. Gonna see.
I think the problem is nobody can jump up and reach that.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe Christina.
Maybe.
French will take a three. A little too much on it. It will be rebounded by Morales. Brings back up. We have 3:13 to go. Bandits have gotten out to a run. They lead by 14, and a jump ball is going to get called. That's going to be possession for the Panthers. And we have our masked time out of the third quarter. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we come back to maybe the worst song that, in my opinion, that ever just got played.
You know what? I think you need to open your eyes to High School Musical because that
my
is
least favorite song just got played.
Oh my goodness, guys!
But I know Tara Gillespie is at home smiling right now because it's now 2 against 1.
High School Musical is by far one of the greatest movie series ever to be made.
All right.
By Kenny Ortega.
Right. Go ahead, keep talking.
I will keep talking.
Keep talking. That's possession, Bandits.
Sorry, Danny. I love High School Musical.
This banter is going to go the rest of the night now that you know I don't like it.
Yes, it will. Don't worry.
Oh,
the Resurrection Bandits are the color of what the East High Wildcats were, so maybe you should just get with it.
Whatever.
Kidding.
Walsh will kick it. Hey, there's a basketball game going. Did you forget about that?
No, I didn't. Danny.
This isn't a podcast. Where's Caden?
And it looks like, again, the Bandits are making sure that they are taking their time, making sure they have control of this possession, not letting the Panthers get the momentum.
Laser beam there from Simonetti. Now a little full court press. And a jump ball is called. That's going to be Bandit basketball. Beautiful job there in the paint. That's going to be Resurrection ball with 2:08 to go and a 14-point edge. And those Resurrection students making a lot of noise.
You know, I'm just going to say this again. That small group, we love to see them.
Yes.
For all you Resurrection Bandits tuning in from home, we wish you could be here.
For such a small group, they're making, what,
and there goes Lily Walsh!
Look out. Transition bucket is not falling.
No, but we do wish that both teams could be here tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, look out. Kendall's trying to cause damage. Look out. How much do you think that sound system cost?
And here comes Kaylee Beedron. And who else?
We're gonna build Kendall. Yeah, that's why they pulled her, because she's obviously a threat for destruction.
You know,
all jokes. As Gibbons with a nice bank shot in. It gets the Regina side riled up. It is still a 12-point game, however, with under 90 seconds to go here in the third. But Regina has started to get a little bit of momentum. Walsh with a little toss-up, and it's going to bring shots.
And this is what you see from the Bandits. They are drawing those fouls, as well as Regina. But if the Bandits do keep drawing those fouls, what is going to happen for the Panthers tonight with their bench? And I know that's something we keep going back to, but it is a major thing.
It is, and with how aggressive they play this game and just their game plan in general, they're not really built to have such a small roster that they're carrying.
No.
As Walsh will hit both, puts the lead out to 14 as more full court press will be put on. French to bring up. She avoids the trap that the Bandits have played so well tonight in that full court press. Witchker loses the handle, gets it back. Gibbons with the feed for Ficini. Now a little handoff. Gets double teamed. And a foul called. This one is going to go up against Lily Walsh. She's had a couple tonight. I think that is her third, so she's getting into some trouble. Now, that could be interesting down the stretch, as it looks like Sydney Janus is going to check back in. She will come in, yes, for Walsh. That's what we were worried about, as that Lily Walsh is coming out with 3 fouls. She'll probably be back for the start of the fourth quarter. But that is something to look for down the stretch. Lily Walsh is, even though she's not starting tonight, she's been one of their better players from beyond the arc, as the lead now back to 12 for the Bandits.
Yeah, and
that's something to look out for, especially as we get down the stretch. If the lead starts to get a little bit closer, the margin gets a little closer, how aggressive she gets, because she's a feisty one.
No, yeah, Lily Walsh you see her putting up those points every game. You see her in DePaul. She did have a buzzer beater, not the winning shot, but she did have a buzzer beater in the DePaul game, which gave them the lead, I believe, which is phenomenal. And you're seeing her; she's playing.
Here comes transition with Biedron. Little float, skips. Simonetti back up. The lead is back to 14 with under 18 seconds to go here in the third. Here comes Olszewski. Kick out to Quach. And a dish out. French, 7 seconds. Olszewski feed into the middle, and that will be out of bounds with 2.5 left. Just under 3 seconds to get a shot off before the end of the third quarter, and the Panthers down 14.
Yeah, this is the only time you've really seen this huge gap. Giving the ball to Reagan French.
And just airmails it over. Following 3 quarters, the Panthers just could not contain the Bandits here in the third quarter. They get out and scored 17. We're going to be back in 45 seconds. We come back with 8 minutes to go here in Res versus Regina, the rivalry game that has not disappointed. The Bandits got out to a good run in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Panthers 17-7, and an errant pass.
I think Sydney Janis tried to take that one away, and that just went straight out of bounds.
Well, at least Maddie moves.
Yes.
I'm not complaining.
I didn't know if you heard once the song stopped, the Bandit student section just kept going. I heard some pretty good vocals from them.
Ooh.
We started an orchestra.
French for
and there you go.
puts it in. I think that was only 2 though.
Oh, was that 2?
Yes, that was 2. She had her foot on the line.
That is what you're seeing from Reagan, though. You're going to see those shots. She is taking those threes.
Far mid-range shots have been good as Simonetti gets fouled on her way up. She's been making those far mid-range shots, but she's also been making three-pointers. She's getting distance on her shots, and that's been key tonight for the Panthers, keeping them in this game for as long as they have, even though they're down 14.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, 12. Now 13.
Yeah, no.
Math is hard.
It's okay. Reagan French is averaging about 15 points per game, so if you are seeing her tonight come out with that strong advantage of knowing that she is one of those players that you're going to be watching the entire night. Your eyes are going to be drawn to her. She is just one of those players, aggressive on the court.
Simonetti throws down both, puts the lead back up to 14. The full court trap coming back into play. And Kovac getting up in the face of Olszewski gets it away. And, we didn't mention this at all as a foul on Ficini's way up. This is a relatively young Panthers team. They are only carrying 4 seniors altogether. They got French, Quach, Ficini, and Madison Maloney. Other than that, it's a very young group. And then you look at their JV roster carrying a ton of freshmen and a bunch of sophomores.
Yes, I was talking to the JV coach who happens to be one of my old math teachers from junior high, and she was saying that her team this year is mainly all freshmen. The sophomores are not really starting as much, which, that is, for the JV team, that is a struggle almost because you are playing against older girls as a JV team of all freshmen. Sorry, I was trying to process my words there.
And that was a tough game. That
that was a
yikes.
Yeah.
We won't say much else.
No.
As Ficini misses her first.
Yeah, but like
Mitzi Simonetti head off. Mia Meyer comes back into the game. It looks like we're gonna get. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, but what you were saying about Regina's bench with being a relatively young team, you see a lot of mix on the resurrection side of things. You're seeing freshmen, or you're not seeing any freshmen. You're seeing.
We've seen We've seen Stenson play really well.
Yeah.
She did fantastic in the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Nina Boyd's another one that got pulled up for varsity for a little while, and she played really well as well. They got a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, and that JV team is solid as we saw in that JV Regina game, but. The varsity team is mixed with sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and they are all playing. I'd like Kaylee B. John is out here with 1 junior and 3 seniors and is working hard to get all this balls. You're seeing her. She's one of the most aggressive players on the court and most active players, honestly.
Go back to inbound, and Biedron.
And speaking of Kaylee B. John.
Speeds through traffic, avoids the speeding ticket, and puts it down for 2. Gibbons able to get it back into a trap, and French cannot save it. Good effort, but steps out, and it'll go back to the Bandits as they're going to try and get a little more space as that lead is now grown to 15 with 6:30 to go in the game. Meyer will feed McCarty on the wing. Dishes. Kovac back up to Biedron at the top. More dishing. McCarty short on the 3. Look good from our angle. It's not enough distance. Quash in transition.
Oh, did you see that? Woo. That shot, that went in. That would have been phenomenal. That was.
Wow.
She was throwing it behind her.
It's like a video game.
Yeah.
Meyer with the drive.
Oh, hard foul.
Ouch. Yikes. That is foul number 6 for the Panthers. So very soon those Bandits will be into the bonus as McCarty will check out for Riemann with 5:56 to go. And if the Panthers want to get back into this game, got to play a little cleaner.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it all night long. If they go any more fouls, that is getting dangerously close to starting to, I mean, maybe then we'll see.
To dig into the bench.
Yeah, we'll see.
French short.
Delilah Sorball or who else is on?
Madison Maloney.
Thank you. Madison Maloney. Maybe they'll come in.
We also got Ficini that is checked out too. I believe that's because of foul trouble.
Yeah.
A nice move there by Kovac.
We haven't seen Lily Walsh enter back in the game this quarter yet. Hopefully we'll be I know
Yeah,
she's having some foul trouble.
She's in foul trouble too, and I don't really think that they're gonna need her at this point. It's a 17-point margin. Everybody that's been out on the court has been playing fantastic. We've seen basically everybody to this point. There's one left on the bench.
She is your sophomore, Elavia.
That's Elavia, yes.
She has not been out on the court tonight.
And it doesn't look like she's going to be anytime soon. Doesn't even look dressed.
No.
As French will put it down. Both teams are in the bonus now. As we got the Bandit.
The Bandit is doing the worm. I believe that is
that's Brenna.
That's Brenna early over there in the Bandit costume doing the worm on the ground. You know what? Like we said, Bandit's going all out for this small student section. And
you couldn't find anyone better to go in that costume.
No.
That's awesome. She's got the perfect personality for it.
And a foul on Bridget Kovac, I believe.
No, that's...
no, not a foul.
Lexi Ficini will come in as Maeve Gibbons is going to head off, likely also because of foul trouble. And at this point, it's just don't get into any trouble as Riemann missed. Both teams are at 6 now, so more fouls are going to be shot, which is what the Panthers want right now on the offensive side. So they can play a little aggressive, but just don't get any charge calls.
Yeah.
And Witchker loses control. That will go the other way. 4:47 left to go.
Overall, it's been a really good game.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've honestly seen since the third quarter. That third quarter, the Bandits just opened up and really put it all out there.
Kind of like Brooklyn last night.
Yes.
Oh, that was hard to watch.
I did see, I don't know what the score is right now.
Riemann for 3, base!
There we go, big money by Riemann.
Gets a lovely standing ovation from the crowd. Extending that lead to 19.
I know we were talking about hard games.
Look out. Riemann with the feed. Missed the first time. Misses the second time. And Ficini will come away with it with 4 minutes to go.
Speaking of hard games to watch, I mean, this isn't a hard game for me to watch, but the Bucks are winning right now, 97-67 in the third.
Yeah.
Against the Warriors. I'm a huge Bucks fan, so I don't know about you, but.
Oh. That's why I cringed.
Yeah.
Foul call. Man, what kind of fan are you? You like High School Musical. You like the Bucks. Jeez.
All right. Well, you know what, Danny? I don't appreciate this at all.
You're turning into Kaden, who I just berate during soccer season.
Oh, whatever. You know what?
So we got to mask some out. We're going to hang around here because this is essentially turning into a podcast.
I'm going to educate Danny on High School Musical.
Oh, man.
And the Bucks right now.
All right. Yeah, that's not going to happen. While we got a second, we do have to thank both Regina Dominican and Resurrection for allowing this to happen as Brenna Early continues to do the worm out on the floor.
She is going all out tonight.
I keep getting a kick out of this. This is insane. Got to thank both schools for allowing this to happen, and especially Resurrection for allowing us in this entire season. Hopefully we'll be back a couple more times. That'd be nice. But we also have to thank Regina, too, for extending their hospitality as well. It's not easy, especially in the current conditions of the world. And they were very gracious. We have to thank both administrations of both schools and even Notre Dame, too, for even allowing this to happen in the first place.
Yes, thank you to Notre Dame for letting you guys come out here and support Rez and Regina tonight in this big game.
Show the love to our sister schools. That's what it's all about.
You see the
and watching Brenna Early dance more.
Oh, you see the student section going crazy
now. I have given up on watching the game, and I'm only watching Brenna dance.
They are going at it.
This is. Oh, there she goes. There she goes.
She's going. The tail and everything.
Oh, this is awesome. So Quash is going to take a couple free throws here. It's a 1-and-1 coming up. Has a chance to cut into this deficit a little bit. It's going to take a country miracle for the Panthers to get back into this one. They're already in the the Bandits are in the bonus already. They're down 18. You're under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, you're
They're
going
in
to
a
need
tough situation.
You're going to need to see a lot from these Regina starters.
And now we get to see Madison Maloney. She checks in for Quash. Her first showing of the night. So now we've seen everybody except for one.
Yes.
Of the active players.
Delilah store ball. But we're going to see what can happen here in the next 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah, we might see her too. She hasn't played a lot this year as a traveling call will be called on Biedron. She hasn't played a lot this year. That's just kind of the luck of the draw. And when the Panthers are at full strength, they're actually a pretty formidable team. They're down 2 of their top 4 starters.
Yeah, which
tonight.
You just hope that in the next couple of days or in the next week that some of these girls will be able to come back, as the next conference game the Panthers will play is against the undefeated Providence Catholic.
That should be interesting.
Yes, it will be interesting to see how that affects where the Panthers are in the playoffs and or how their playoff run will go.
And in the conference tournament, too, in February, that could affect seeding as well. And maybe an upset. It could potentially lead the Bandits to a share of the conference championship, too. They did lose to Providence, but if Providence struggles down the stretch, look for Resurrection to sneak in there, potentially steal a conference crown for the regular season.
Yeah.
And they're a dangerous team in the conference tournament. Look out.
Yes, they are.
They might be an Oregon State, if you remember them from the March Madness last year.
Yes.
What a story they had. I think that they could surprise a lot of people in the conference tournament. Providence has been a powerhouse for girls basketball for a long time. And I think they might make some people think, hey, we got to take a look at these people up in the north side of Chicago.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we cannot give up on the Bandits or the Panthers.
Absolutely not.
As they are too aggressive and I want to say choreographed teams.
This is not dance class.
Well, I know, but I couldn't think of a better word for the moment.
French from 3 is short. A little tripped up. There's not a lot of space here. Maloney to Olszewski.
You just see Peyton out here with these juniors and seniors. She is going. She is fighting. She is getting those points up. As she is one of the
she's very impressive, man.
Yeah, she is sophomore. She is out here. She's playing 23 minutes, almost 23 minutes per game. You have not seen her sit down yet.
No.
And here comes Delilah Storeball.
So we are going to get to see everybody.
Yes.
For
both
sides,
yes.
Actually. Except Olivia, who
seems to
looks like she's inactive. She's not even dressed.
No, she's not.
So that'll make it 48-30. So the 5 on the floor now for the Panthers is Storeball, Gibbons, Olszewski, French, and Maloney. And look at it, you just get in and you get called on a foul. Nice job. Way to go.
Bridget Kovac at the line for the Bandits.
2:25 to go.
18-point lead from the Bandits. Make that 19 from the Bandits. And here comes Deanna Morales and Danielle McCarty.
Riemann and Biedron will check. What a night for Kaylee Biedron.
Yeah, she is one of those players that you will see all season long. You want to watch her. She's exciting on the court. She's active on the court. She's aggressive. And one of the younger, that was close. One of the younger girls on the team.
Here comes Olszewski. Dish to Storball. Takes the three. A line drive that just sailed. That was actually, I'll give her credit, that was actually pretty close.
Yes.
McCarty from three. That one will miss. And under 2 minutes to go. Maybe a little 2-minute drill here from the Panthers? Maybe?
Maybe. We'll see. They have started to pass the ball more, but you're going to see that Res team be very aggressive, just like we saw Gianna Morales right there.
Hit the deck.
Bridget Kovac.
And will be fouled on her way up. This one is going to go up against Gibbons. That's her foot, so she's in desperate trouble.
Yeah.
It looks like she's going to check out for Quash. That's 9 now for the Panthers.
And here comes Christina Simonetti for Olivia.
So Olszewski's actually going to check out. 1:39 to go, under 100 seconds, as the Bandits are going to keep their win streak going against their rivals. It was looking like it was going to be a close game early, but that was quickly squashed once the second half got underway. A tale of two teams for the Bandits as they really got the offense going. 31 total points here in the second half. An interception by Quash. That number could potentially grow even further.
Yeah.
The Panthers only with 16 in the second half.
Yeah, you definitely saw that the Resurrection Bandits just opened up in that third period. They left everything out on the court, and I wonder if that had anything to do with not changing out the entire all 5 players at one time. They were just doing small substitutions. Because we have not seen that since the first half.
So Storball had missed that pass. That was right at her. I don't know what happened there.
That looked
a
good.
missed shot. That just did not have enough left on it. 1 minute left. We got a hockey announcer now behind the booth. I've never heard that in a basketball game. You only hear that in hockey.
Yes.
Storball's going to take a shot. That one ricochets off the glass. We'll give it to her again. Getting pressure from Morales. Dishes. Maloney. And a jump ball's going to get called. That's going to the Bandits. And now you get to see Lily Welsh back in, along with Meyer, Riemann, and Camosa.
And Bijan, you know how we were just talking about not doing the entire shift change. Of course,
it's back.
The Resurrection Bandits are going to give us that entire change. Seeing as Lily came back, she is not in because of that foul trouble.
It's the young guns, the juniors and the sophomores, are going to finish this game out for
the Bandits.
Yes.
You do see that everyone is just making sure they have possession of the ball. They are not rushing this.
No, they're going to drain this down.
Yes, and they are just going to make it look pretty. Well,
with 10 seconds left, almost a foul there. Reagan with the steal. Will try and do something with it. 4 seconds.
This is the player you want to have the ball at your last 1 second.
That one will miss, and that will do it. The win streak is extended for the Bandits. They beat down on the Panthers 51-32. It was a close game in the first half, but after that first half, it never had a chance to be close again.
No, not at all. The Bandits pulled through tonight, kept their win streak alive.
They kept the win streak going. The Bandits improved to 13-5, now 3-1 in conference. The Panthers fall to 7-9, 1-4 in conference. It was a fantastic night here at Resurrection for rivalry night.
Yes.
And the victory goes to the home team.
Yes. And now you see the student section making their way with the varsity team. That is always fun to see.
More dancing from Brenna, maybe?
Maybe. We'll see. I think more or less just that victory, that good celebration with your student section.
So for our entire crew, for Tara Gillespie, who could not be here with us tonight, we still wish she was here with us. For Peyton Marcus, it's Danny Burke signing off. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.